Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to tune in. We have a very awesome surprise. So this is pineapple. If you missed the last episode, we took a pineapple, we chopped it up and filled up 2 of these 1 pint containers, and we're about to make a delicious treat. I've got a confession to make, good news and bad news. The bad news is I've been eating ice cream pretty much every night that she's been making me for several weeks now. The good news is it is
months, actually.
Okay, a couple months. All right, whatever. Good news is it is almost completely raw vegan, and it is amazing. So that said, this is the Ninja Creami. Right now, at the time of this filming, it's a little bit low on stock. If you try to find one, they're way overpriced. Mom only paid what, 150 bucks?
Yep.
150 bucks for this thing, and
At Walmart.
At Walmart, but we will hopefully have a link at Amazon sooner than later. I'll put it in the description and edit this video as soon as it becomes available. You have to buy one of these. I wouldn't pay over $200 for it, but this thing is amazing.
I would.
How much would you pay for it?
Liz paid probably $250 for hers. I would too. She got the deluxe, which is a pint and a half container. I don't know if it's better. It's a little bit quieter, not very much. These are kind of loud. But
Liz is my sister.
Yeah.
Who I talked to the other night.
And the latest one they have is called the Breeze. It's the Ninja Creami Breeze. And it's...
Alexa, stop.
Right now, terribly overpriced. But that's the one I would get.
Maybe not, though, apparently, because if, demand is high. We might have just got a deal. This thing, it really is incredible. We have eaten our weight in ice cream for sure. So healthy, so delicious. The only ingredient in this one is pineapple. That's it.
Right now, yep. And I'm just scraping the little bump off the top because it seems like somehow when you use just fruit, it makes a bump on the top. And because I want the machine to work properly and not to break soon, I'm scraping down the bump, which has been recommended.
Just so it's level?
By other people that I've watched on YouTube, yep. There's one other, well, there's not many other people that do plant-based.
So yeah, you don't have to do plant-based.
So the original has this extra container here, and you have to put this one in it and kind of lock it in place. It has these little feet on the bottom. You can lock it in place, and then you put the lid on, and that kind of clicks over into place. Then you put it on the front of the machine, facing forward. Seems like it's in there. And then it comes up and over and turn it on. Now, you could either do sorbet. I never do ice cream. That's like for higher fat, higher sugar things than what I make in here. Oh. I almost always use the light ice cream button feature. They also have a gelato milkshake, which I've tried with a banana milkshake after I made banana ice cream. I left half of it in the container and used the milkshake feature, which my husband said was the best banana milkshake he ever had.
Yeah, but what did he say about the banana bread the other day?
He said it tasted like shit.
Yeah.
And we thought it was so delicious.
It was so delicious.
And it is. Yeah, it's very good.
Don't listen to my dad.
I made him try a piece, which he didn't want to do. And I said, well, Doug, what do you think? Doesn't it taste like real banana bread? And he said, I think it tastes like shit. So that's what he thought. So anyway, this takes a couple minutes to run through a cycle. I don't use the sorbet because it's quicker and I just don't like it as well. I've had this out of the freezer for about 20 minutes, which might make it so we don't have to respin it. But normally, I take it right out of the freezer and try to use it immediately. I have to do the respin feature. I'll show you. But anyway, I'm going to push this button and make some light ice cream out of this pineapple.
Did you try a bite of the brownie?
Might have broke off just a teeny bit.
All right, Mom's going to talk about the technology and the patent real quick, because who had it before?
PacoJet. PacoJet had a industrial, like a commercial size machine. Yeah. Their starting price is $6,000 for a Paco jet. And they had so it's used by very fine restaurants and things like that. That makes really good custards and ice creams and things. And after their patent ran out, Ninja scooped up the idea and made a home version.
Apparently not that many of them, because otherwise they wouldn't be $500.
But anyway, they're not. They're about 300 right
No, there's some that are $4.99 right now online.
now.
I think
This
Amazon has.
is straight pineapple that we put in there yesterday. You saw us chop it up. Look how creamy that is.
It is
It's just amazing.
insanely creamy. I cannot believe it's so hard to believe that the only ingredient in this
Now
is
this needs
pineapple.
to be sweetened somewhat.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I always taste it at this stage, and usually I have to hit the respin button because it's real crumbly. Too cold still. So I don't have to on this one, but it does need to be sweetened somewhat. So there's some agave nectar Dan has. I think he'll get
Yeah,
it.
can use that. Or date syrup. Which would you prefer?
I don't care.
We'll do a little of both.
Just, we only need like a tablespoon or so.
Okay, we'll just do a half tablespoon of that.
That's about a teaspoon.
2 teaspoons equals a tablespoon.
No, it doesn't. 3 at least. But that's good. That's
Is it?
good enough. Yep.
Oh, I thought it was 2.
I think it's 3. But anyway, so we just put it back in here, locked it back up, and we're going to put it back on here, and we're going to hit the mix-in button because we do not need to respin it. So the mix-in button is the shortest cycle. We're just kind of mixing in some sweetener, so I'm going to hit the mix-in button. Usually you use that for like chocolate chips or something like that. I use mini chocolate chips when I use it. Come on, button.
Probably mix in nuts too. That'd be good.
Sometimes when things have been frozen, they aren't as sweet as before they were frozen. So you have to add, sometimes I have to add sweetener at this stage of the game. Normally I would just do respin, it's called, but I didn't have to. So this is the finished product. I'm going to have a taste off the lid. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm here to taste test.
Mmm. Very creamy, very pineapple-y.
Where's that? Where's that?
No.
Please go.
Wasn't
We're
the
trying to
sweetest
snack.
pineapple, but it's good.
She just said be gone.
It's really good.
Take that container out. It's yours.
High five.
I'm just going to rinse this off.
Is it yummy?
No.
Why are you eating it?
No.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Yes, you are.
No. Wait. I'm going.
So this version of the creamy has a little paddle in the lid, and there's a release on this on the other side. And you just push it over, which I have a little trouble doing, but and then it pops out. And to put it back in, you just put it in there and you pull the lever over again. You can find it. There it is. And it puts it back in. And then that goes back in here. And we're going to, while these guys eat this ice cream, we're going to make the next batch, which is going to be mint. And when
Think.
we get,
Really good.
I can't go.
Just pineapple. Pineapple with a little bit of agave and date syrup.
My favorite is mint, so I'm happy.
What?
so the mint, we also add chocolate chips to, mini chocolate chips to, after we spin it. We do the mix-in button and we add mini chocolate chips. Oh, This is done. So anyway, the base of the mint ice cream is just a banana, an overripe banana. If you can swing it, I can. Usually I have a banana corner in my house. The whole corner of the counter is devoted to bananas because I use it for making ice cream. You like the ice cream? Is it good? Yum.
And this is how I usually go buy bananas and go through them, buy them by the box.
No, I don't do that.
Yet. You might get there.
Usually I can come over here and get one.
The only reason I do that, though, is because I wait until they get very, very ripe, and then I freeze them. And so
Yeah.
I have them ready to go every day for my smoothie.
Large batches at a time.
Today I actually did it kind of weird. I only had 3 bananas in my smoothie instead of 6, and then I added an entire bag of organic, pitted, dark cherries.
Yeah, it's tripping.
Wasn't that good? Uh-oh.
So this one's pretty simple, basic recipe. I made some cashew milk earlier. I made cashew, a little bit of oats in it also because I do think it creamies up the ice cream a bit.
How much cashews did you put in there?
Now I made, I put like a half cup of cashews and about a third a cup, maybe a little more than a quarter cup, I guess, of oats. And then I filled this up to 3 cups and I blended it. So it's pretty thick cashew milk.
Very creamy.
Yeah, and very creamy, which is what I want for my ice cream. So that's that. And I've got some dates soaking here that have been soaking for a while. There's 4 medjool dates, and I normally only use 3 in the fruit recipes because they have more natural sugar than this recipe does. This is just a lot of cashew milk. So.
If somebody wanted to forego the agave or the date syrup, could they do soaked dates with the pineapple when we spin it, or no?
No, you can't add soaked dates after you spin it. I would do.
No, not after you spin it, before. Again, when they
Like
put it in the
this
pineapple.
stage? At this
Yeah,
stage,
yeah.
yes. Yes,
Okay.
you can. Yes, we could have added some dates to it earlier, Dan's saying, and before we froze it, which would have been a good idea, but we didn't. So I'm going to put a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract in here. Ooh. That's right. I need that lid back on the bottle. I was going to use that, but I won't. And now I have some mint extract here. I like the mint. It's a peppermint and spearmint extract, which I like. I think next time I might try just straight peppermint, but we'll see. And I like to add like 3/4 of a teaspoon. So I put a half there, and I'll put about half of that again. And that should do it. Smells very good, very minty. And that's it for this one. And so I know that all we gotta do is find that line on here that says 2 cups. Right there. And
Fill it up all the way there.
just
Say
to
when.
that line.
Your thumb?
Yes, my thumbnail. Keep going, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Okay,
That is a lot of cashew milk.
that's all right.
That's all right.
That's what this
More like cashew
recipe
cream.
is basically that. You know?
Mm-hmm,
And it's cool. You don't want to just freeze something that's like a solid block of ice, like watermelon, blended up watermelon or something, because it's just too icy for the machine. It has to have some fat or sugar added to it in order for it to be, for the machine to be effective at making it into a creamy dessert. And it is very effective at it most of the time. So. I just use the blender for this process because I can really get those dates blended up good and the banana and everything and make my base. There we go. Thank you. So, let's see. Okay. You don't have to blend it.
Now, didn't Liz get this first?
Yep.
And she turned you on to it? Okay.
My sister, I mean his sister, not my sister.
Your oldest daughter.
Yes, my oldest daughter.
Baby.
And then you just pour it into this creamy container up to the line. And this fills it all the way up to the line, which is what I like to do. And I learned a tip on watching somebody's videos that if you freeze this without the lid on it, it won't form that bump when it freezes for some reason. It'll freeze flat and smooth, and you can just put it into the machine when you're done. So there. Oops.
All right, that's it.
That's it. And we're going to put this in the freezer for 24 hours and
Enjoy
be
it
back
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah, and we're going to show you a brand new recipe. Not going to tell you what.
Okay, good, because we haven't really figured it out yet.
Oh, that kind of ruins it. Because I was going to act like we had, and it was like super suspenseful. But anyway,
All
we'll
right,
figure
well,
out something delicious for the next one. So
Yes.
make sure you subscribe, and we will see you soon. Thanks for watching.
Bye.